So what's up? So me and my friend, we have this ongoing debate about hope. Yes, hope, that invisible force that we know is there but we can't see it. He says that hope doesn't exist and that you shouldn't live by it. I say that it does exist and that he actually has hope. He doesn't even want to admit that he has it. Part of the difference between us is that we each have different definitions of hope. His version of hope is, I'm just going to wait and expect for something good and I don't have to do anything and everything is just going to come to me. That's not what hope is. Alright, that's not hope. My definition of hope is the actual dictionary's version, which is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Usually it's an expectation of good. You see, hope doesn't mean that you don't take action. Hope is the very seed before you take action. The hope that you have is the very seed that is planted in your heart. And that seed is needed before you can do anything. One of the reasons why people don't take action in life is because they don't have hope. Why? Because you got people like him saying that hope doesn't exist, hope is non-existent, and you shouldn't live on hope. You see, there's the world's definition, and then there's God's definition. There's the accurate definition. You see, the enemy plays this game where he wants to confuse words, right? Why? Because if you confuse the language of the world, then you can get people to believe different stuff. You get people to believe things that aren't accurate. So he tries to switch up definitions of different words so that you can believe wrong, so that you can live wrong. If you have ever woken up in the morning feeling good, feeling great, guess what? You have hope. Why? Because you wouldn't be feeling good, feeling great if you didn't have it. If you did not have hope, then you'll wake up every day probably wanting to kill yourself. And if you do wake up wanting to kill yourself, let me tell you how to get some hope, alright? You get hope by knowledge and information, alright? You gotta believe things that are contrary to the things that are giving you depression. You know, one of the things that might make you depressed is you like wake up and you think, you know, dang, I'm so lonely, but I have no friends. Well, you know what, you gotta believe contrary to that. It don't matter what your reality say, you gotta believe contrary to that, and then you go make it happen. So instead of believing, you know, I'm lonely, I have no friends, I have no girlfriend, no wife, whatever, you say, you be thankful that you've gotten up out the bed in the first place. You say, thank God that I've woken up today, and thank God that I have the ability to make friends, and thank God that I'm not afraid to make new friends and let people come inside of me. You have to believe contrary to what you're thinking and believing, right? So if you wake up depressed, you might be depressed because you're lonely and you have no friends, right? So you got to wake up being thankful. You got to wake up being thankful that you get to live to see another day. Why? So you can get a chance to make new friends. You got to be thankful that you have another chance to make new friends, another day, right? The Bible says that the Lord's mercies are new every morning. It's another day for you to do something different in your life to make a change. You have the power to change your life. Don't let the depression shit on your heart and on your mind, alright? So that's one of the ways you get hope. You gotta believe contrary to what you are believing, and it's whatever it is, you gotta believe positive. Negative thoughts come from Satan, alright? Satan is this negative energy that's dragging you down. It's trying to keep you in a perpetual cycle of eternal hell. You gotta believe the things that God says about you. God says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God says, be strong and courageous. God says, do not be afraid. He says that 365 times in the Bible. One for every day of the year. So who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the enemy who's been stealing your hope and joy? Or are you going to listen to the creator of the universe who is full of positivity, love, and light, and hope? Don't listen to people when they tell you that hope doesn't exist and you don't live by hope. That means that their definition is just wrong, alright? Hope is the expectation of good, and you need that in this life to live a good life.